Setra practice is wonderful, but that's not the crust of Dharma practice. The crust of Dharma practice is what I talked about in the beginning. To make time for learning, for make time for meditation, for make time for transforming one's mind, for trusting cause and the effect. That is the crust of Dharma practice, and that's what I like to talk about much, 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 much more. Why is that? Because that's what's going to take us to enlightenment. If we do that well, Setra will help us. Do not get caught up that if I make this offering, if I recite this mantra, if I do this puja, then only that way Setra will help me. If you do your Dharma practice and you do your meditation and you transform your mind, just invoking Setra very lightly, he will help you automatically. Why? His job is to help Dharma practitioners. His job is not to help people who offer milk to him. He cannot be bribed. He cannot be bribed. He is a Buddha. He is not some tired, little person hanging out in alleys. He is a Buddha. You can't bribe him. Making offerings to him of that nature is just to collect merits in order to achieve enlightenment and protection. It is not about bribing Setra. If you do meditation, if you learn the Dharma and you activate Dharma practice, and then you do gentle prayers, etc., little bit of prayers, he will help you tremendously. Why? His job is not to see how much milk or tea or what you offer him or what's his visualization or what is his mantra or how much you do or whether you have a statue or not. His job is not that. He's not interested in that. He is interested to see how much you have transformed your mind. If you have transformed your mind tremendously, if you are in the process of transforming your mind, if you are doing practices that push yourself to transform your mind, he will help you all the way. That is his sworn allegiance to Lord Buddha. His sworn allegiance is to help those who help themselves, literally, to become a Buddha. He is not if you run around doing business, indulging yourself, thinking about money, thinking about relationship, fun, and then saying to Setra, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. That's not what he swore to do. That's not what he swore to do. He swore to help you to become enlightened. So if you do that, he will go all the way to help you. And trust me, he will manifest in ways to you that are miraculous. Miraculous. If you do Dharma practice. The point of today's teaching is Dharma practice, not Setra practice. The point of today's teaching is transforming one's mind, and Setra can help us push obstacles away to achieve that. Today's talk is not about Setra, sorry to say. No offense intended. Today's talk is not about how to worship some protector deity of Tibet. You see, in the monasteries, what they focus on and what they look at, what's in the central altar, is Buddha. And what they achieve is debate. What they achieve is learning. Setra is on the side, is in a chapel. It is a peripheral practice that helps tremendously, but that's not the focus. The focus here is to learn the Dharma, understand the Dharma, interact in the Dharma, apply the Dharma, and transform and make a big difference. Gain control of your destiny. Gain control of your death and rebirth. That is the point here. So me explaining about Setra to all of you, which I found very pleasurable, is not about Setra's practice. It is about doing Dharma. Our center is not about Setra's practice. Our center is not about ghost busting. Our center is not about telling people how to get rid of ghosts and spirits and increase their money, increase their wealth, and get relationship. Our center is not some cheap temple with some cheap medium, with cheap deities entering and giving cheap advice. Our center is about learning the teachings of Lord Buddha that can be applied to us on an ordinary daily level so that we can transform and that we can make a difference in our life and in everybody's lives around us. And that is our goal. And to go to the next level of making other people more important than ourselves. That is our goal of our center. All the other practices that we do is to supplement that. We are a Buddhist center, not a temple for some oracles. But I showed you some of the famous oracles of Tibet. I showed you all of that. Why? It's nice to have a little pasta. Along with that, Tabasco and a little Tabasco sauce and a little pepper, add some flavoring to your pasta. So the pasta was not this, that was just the flavoring. Our purpose of our Dharma Center is increase Dharma practice, is to understand Lord Buddha's teachings, is to apply it and make a real, tangible transformation in our mind. It is not to sit in front of a protected deity, offer milk and incense and whatnot, and find out this and that, and pray and give me this and give me that, give me. We're doing fine without Setra. We've been doing gimme our whole life. Remember the purpose. Setra is wonderful. It is pure. It is valid. It is excellent. Let me repeat again. The holy Sangha of Ganden Shatse for the last 600 years has relied upon Setra for their outer physical help to sustain the monastery to continue its studies. If it's good enough for Ganden Shatse, it is good enough for all of us.